Hello everyone, my name is Kendra Vole. I am 23 years old and I'm engaged to the most amazing man, and I will be marrying him this October. I currently am employed at KinderCare Education as a lead preschool teacher. I have been a preschool teacher for almost 2 years now, and I received my bachelor's in music and psychology. I originally wanted to be a music therapist, but then I realized that that wasn't quite what I wanted to do, and then I wanted to work with children in a way other than music. As I was growing up, I worked at many different camps for typically developing children as well as special needs children. However, I never thought I wanted to make a career out of that. I'm interested in continuing my education to be more of an intervention specialist or work with children with behavioral problems. I am interested in that because that's just kind of what I've been dealing with in my preschool now, is children with behavioral problems, and I've really found an interest in it. I've wanted to do it for like a couple years, my whole life. It's just a couple years ago is when I started pursuing that. I will be graduating with my master's in early childhood education at the beginning of June, and I think obtaining my master's in education will help me work more one-on-one in classrooms. I have already began to look for assistant teaching positions for the 2018-2019 year. I made some poor career choices during my undergraduate, and I regret those career choices, and I wish I could have stuck with education rather than going into music. But you live and you learn, and now I'm continuing to try and redo those mistakes. I hope that obtaining my master's in education puts me back on track on obtaining my goals that I have for myself. I would love to be doing research that will help build a curriculum for children with behavioral or special needs children. I love research. I loved the research I did in my psych classes. That was one of the biggest things I took away from my undergraduate. I even did some presentations with my psych classes and the research that I did, and it was really cool. As a K through 12 student, I always was involved in music programs. I loved to sing, and I really thought that I was going to be a music teacher for the longest time. When I was growing up, I really believed that music was supposed to be my life. I had many great teachers through my K through 12 years, but the person who had a lasting influence on my life would have to be my extracurricular choir teacher, Mrs. Bassett. She kind of always was there for me when I had like personal stuff going on, whether it be with music or with life in general. And she always provided great help for me that got me through it. There was a specific moment when I was struggling to discover who I was, like most teenagers do, and she sat down next to me and looked me in the eye and told me that whatever I am going to do, I will make a difference. This was so inspiring because this is all I wanted to do. I used to think music was the way to do that, and at the time I thought she was talking about something musical, but after a couple years I realized that she was not just talking about music, but instead what I chose to do with my life. She unfortunately moved away a couple summers after that, but we still keep in touch, and she's still inspiring me to be whoever I want to be. It is truly amazing what the impact a person can have on you, and I think that's important to remember throughout life. I am looking forward to getting to know each and every one of you and reading our discussion posts and getting through this next class together. Thanks.